with the Super Brawl rankings. Take a coach, take a quarterback, team them up, and say, would they beat up in a barroom fight that other coach and that other quarterback? We did our seedings. The homies voted on the internet. Dolphins Twitter voted on the internet. So we did all that, but we want to get some outside analysis of what we did too. And who better to do that than WWE
a brawler,
superstar brawler, Angelo Dawkins. Pete, do we have Angelo on the phone with us here? We do. There he is.
What up, Angelo? What's up, man?
What's good, fam?
What up?
How you doing, big guy?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me on the show. This is crazy.
Oh, wait, man, we're glad to have you. We need an expert
yeah.
here, and, you know, I always like anybody who can criticize my co-host here, Ahmed Fareed.
Why?
And then he can't say anything back to you because, you know, we know you'll whoop his butt.
That is true.
It's the perfect combination.
Angelo, how big are you?
I'm 6'5", 275.
And tell me your football like background or sports background growing up and kind of what you did.
I played football at Harper College. Also wrestled there, and I ran track as well. Well, I threw. I didn't run. But yeah, I won national championships in all three sports. So
wow, that's impressive. What position did you play on the football team?
Right tackle.
You were right tackle.
Wow.
Okay, right tackle. All right, you're a little more cut up and like athletic looking than your normal right tackle. I just want to let you know. You know, usually they got a little sloppiness.
I was a little bit bigger.
You were a little bit bigger? Yeah. What were you weighing in college?
A little bit bigger.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
What were you weighing in college?
In college, I was actually 285, 290.
Yeah. All right. So you cut some of that baby weight off to look good in your wrestling outfits and show all your pecs and your curls for the girls and your tries and all that.
Hey, I try, man. I try.
So here's the you may or may not know this. Angelo, you're a Bengals fan, correct? You're a Cincinnati Bengals fan, huge fan.
Yep.
And so last year, when I've done this 2 years in a row now, and the biggest mistake I made 2 years ago was putting Zach Taylor and Joe Burrow dead last in my rankings. I basically said that everyone would beat, the eyebrow raise from Angelo. So I rectified that this year, and I moved him up to 13th. Christian and Pete, do we have our rankings? Can we show that to Angelo? So here were my seedings. And so, again, the premise is that you take this coach and quarterback, and you think they can beat up the other coach and quarterback. My number one seed was Ryan Tannehill with Mike Vrabel, basically all because of Vrabel there. Josh Allen and Sean McDermott, number two. I love my guy Dan Campbell. I think he could bite kneecaps of pretty much every quarterback-coach combination out there. But, Angelo, looking at this list, what jumps out at you? Do you think I got it right? Do you think I got it wrong?
Now, I'm going to need you to move the Bengals up a little bit higher, 13 is a little too low. I need them at number one,
Yeah. You think that, Joe Burrow is tough, but have you seen Mike Vrabel?
Oh, yeah, I know. Hey, look, I love Ohio State, so I'm a big fan of Mike Vrabel, hey, we're going to be there this Saturday at SummerSlam, but I see how big Mike Vrabel is, and I know about McDermott's his wrestling background, so, I still put them up there in front of both of them.
You put the Bengals in front of both of them? That's who you're saying?
No.
Both of them? Yeah. We might have a biased opinion here.
Maybe.
Might have a problem here. All right, so wait. So off just the top of your head, or just or what you've seen from the list, right, and what you know of coach quarterback, take the Bengals out of the conversation. If you knew about this little exercise right off the bat, who would have been that one that you would have thought is one or two right off the bat? You agree with Ahmed there and his next group of guys as far as Tannehill, Vrabel, Allen, McDermott, or is there somebody else that jumps out to you?
I'm going Allen, McDermott, and I'm gonna go Shanahan and Lance.
Oh, whoa, I like it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my boy Kyle Shanahan. Yeah, he's got some fight in him. He's got some feistiness in him. He ain't gonna be scared. And Lance is big and physical too. So, all right. He's coming in with a different one there.
They got some love.
You gave him love, number 9.
So we have to let you know this too, Angela. So we let the audience, the homies as we call them, and some of them were not homies. They were just Dolphins Twitter vote on who would win these matchups. So we put them head to head in a bracket situation. And I had Tua and their new coach, Mike McDaniel, seated as 32nd, dead last. So they got the Burrow, Zach Taylor treatment of 2020, the year before. We went through the voting. Dolphins Twitter showed up, and Tua and McDaniel ended up winning the Super Brawl contest. Your thoughts on that? There they are. There they are. Look at there they are.
I mean, listen. I mean, again, I'm one of those guys, Angelo, that go like, hey, this was fun. This is a great exercise. We had a lot of fun with it, but there's no way they could whoop some of these coach quarterback combinations.
Right?
I mean, Tua was one of the smaller quarterbacks. Mike McDaniel's like 5'9", 160 pounds.
I think Miami's gonna be pretty good next year, but that's a. I mean, then you had him beating Burrow and Taylor in the Final Four.
Well, it wasn't him though. It was the Twitter mob.
Yeah, it was the Twitter mob. Yeah.
Tuanon, the Dolphins Twitter, they took over and hijacked the whole process. Right? It was actually a pretty good rankings until then, and then that made things look real weird.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So, but
that's unreal.
Just note though, be careful that if you ever say anything bad about the Dolphins, their Twitter mob will come attack you. So just know that, Angelo. Just know that they are out there.
I already got a bunch of mobs attacking me on Twitter. I ain't worried about them.
Add another one, right? Add another one. Yeah. All right.
Well, we asked him though who he thought would be at the top of his list. He said the Lance Shanahan and McDermott Allen.
Yes.
Right. I mean, obviously he's with you in Tua, and McDaniel should be at the bottom. Anybody else jump at you that you'd go, to have him at the bottom too? That maybe Ahmed missed, or somebody that he might have
at the
too
bottom?
Highly ranked. Yeah,
like
somebody should be worse.
Yeah.
Weaker.
Who do you want to put on blast as being a wimpy coach and quarterback? I like that idea. Yeah.
Can we get that list back up?
Yeah. We'll get it back up for you so you can see.
Hold on, we're gonna get that list back up here because
I think you were too nice to a few out here. We can find them for sure.
There's some smaller coaches. So here's the complete list there. So who maybe am I too high on?
Might have to go Jackson Harbaugh.
Oh, Lamar. I think Lamar would hold his own. Harbaugh is one of the older head coaches.
He's thinking
out
they're
there,
too
though.
high. Yeah, you think that's too high for them right there. You're not feeling that one.
Fields, and as much as I love Justin Fields, I'm a Ohio State guy. I love Justin Fields. Fields is up there. Trubisky and Tomlin.
You like that one, yeah. So you like them to be. You think they're up at the top towards those ones right there. Or you're saying they should be lower. What are you saying there?
They should be lower.
Yeah, okay. I'm with you because I don't know about Eberflus. I mean, Fields, I got respect for him, but I don't think Eberflus is going to win a lot of these coaches' ones. I pushed back against Ahmed on that one.
If Eberflus was here right now, I might not be able to pick him out of a lineup. So I might have to agree with you on that one. All right. Well, and thank you for not crushing that. We had the Miz on here last year, and he crushed my list, and he made me feel bad, and I thought about it for weeks on end, and it was.
Well, Miz is always grumpy. He's a Browns fan.
There you go. Exactly.
That's the problem.
Good call.
You're exactly right. I mean, I know. Well, he's probably got the same thing to say about you, but you got something to say right now. You're the champ right now.
At least we made it to a Super Bowl, right?
Seriously.
Well, I'm glad you brought up the Bengals again here too, because we did just do our top 5 wide receiver rankings. Chris did that the last time we were here on Monday, and I think that you'll like this list. So, Kristen and Pete, can we put this up here? So Chris did his top 5 wide receivers currently in the NFL, and number 1, we'll see if you agree, he went with Jamar Chase. What do you think?
That's a lovely list right there, especially number 1. Number 1. Uno, Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase.
No doubt.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was it like watching him as a fan last year?
Man, look, I thought he was going to be good. He exceeded expectations, honestly. Everybody was making a big deal about him dropping all those passes in preseason. I'm like, it's preseason. Let's see. Like, if he's doing that in the season, okay. But, like, preseason, I get it. Like, trying to get warmed up for the season, people trying to make the rosters and all that stuff. So, it's nothing to really worry about. And then he started balling out. I'm like, oh, man, this dude's rocking. I mean, like, he was unreal. The Kansas City game, week 17.
Unstoppable, right.
Unreal. Like, I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, I knew he was good at LSU and all that stuff, and I knew he was good. I was like, man, this dude exceeded every expectation I thought that was going to happen. And he was, man, him in year 2 is going to be a sight to see.
Agreed. Yeah, you're in good hands there with Burrow and Chase. I don't think your Bengals are going anywhere anytime soon. No, there's no doubt. That's a special combination. Wait, another thing I just want to ask you about, too, because I know you pay attention to football, but, like, all right, you know, I know you got SummerSlam coming up this weekend, which is really cool, and we'll talk about that. But, all right, if you could take one guy from the NFL to kind of be a tag team partner, right? One guy, you can get it. I don't care what position, whoever. Who's the guy that you think you're going to take into the ring with you? Who you bringing in?
Man,
I know, tough, hard hit. I got to think it's somebody on defense, right? For the most part. I mean,
definitely will be probably somebody on defense, somebody that changed their whole game, a whole couple games, if you will.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, look, Houday Nation, I'm sorry. I have to do it. I have to recognize greatness where greatness lies. Aaron Donald.
Yeah, I had a feeling you might go there. Yeah, I know. And, like, I know, you guys, you look similar with your shirts off. I mean, it just seems like it fit perfect. I mean, it would be great, actually.
Yeah.
That'll be a fun one right there.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah, fun for you, but not fun
not for everybody else.
Yeah, not fun for everybody else, but great for me.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, Angelo, tell us about SummerSlam coming up here.
SummerSlam this weekend, biggest party of the summer. Watch it on Peacock. We're going to be in Nashville, Tennessee, Nissan Stadium, where the Titans play. I just want everybody to know, in Nashville, don't hold it against me. You guys know I'm a Bengals fan. It's nothing personal.
I love it.
Last time the lights were on in that stadium, the Bengals shut those lights off. But, hey, that's neither here nor there. Let's not focus on the past. Let's focus on Saturday as me and my brother, Montez Ford, the Street Profits, take on the Usos for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. And when we win, we party. Next time y'all see me, I'm going to have 2 titles over my shoulders.
Oh, I like it. So he's basically saying he's going to go into Nashville and upset the Titans like the Bengals did. That's what he's saying he's going to do.
Exactly.
He's got somewhere to go after that.
Well, I'm rooting for a friend of the pod now.
No, definite friend of the pod. I mean, feel free to chime in on anything that's physical in any way as far as our pod is concerned. So you're a friend of the podcast forever now. Other thing I just wanted to ask you real quick, Angelo, like, does your life – I lived in Nashville. I played on the Titans. Man, summer is hot as shit there. I don't care if it's 8 o'clock or not or what. Have you thought about, like, the heat there and what it's going to be like, on an outside arena?
You know, I actually thought about it. There was a lot of thinking going on involving that, but then I realized I live in Orlando, Florida.
You're used to it. Yeah.
I step out at 6 a.m. in the morning and I'm already dripping sweat.
Yeah.
I already went through 2-a-days in 5 minutes.
That's right.
So
you're ready.
So yeah, I've been outside here like a lot, like working out and doing all, like, just making sure I'm outside as much as I can be, just so I'm like, all right, cool. Because I mean, everywhere they have their different, like, elements and stuff like that, like, obviously, and like their ways of heat, but man, I don't think anything matches or like Florida heat, like,
I'm
especially
with you.
here in Orlando. Man, it's nuts. I know Nashville gets hot, but I feel like I'm gonna be like looking at the 95-degree weather there. It's probably gonna feel like it's 78 and cloudy.
Yeah,
when I'm there,
you have a winter jacket on, or a hoodie on, or something like that. You know who's gonna be sweating though? It's gonna be the Usos. The Usos are going to be sweating big time.
Bring it, Angelo.
SummerSlam. It is WWE's biggest event of the summer, taking place Saturday, July 30th, Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The event streams live at 8 p.m. Eastern exclusively on Peacock. Angelo,
awesome.
Montez Ford, the Street Profits taking on the Usos in the WWE Tag Team Championship. We are rooting for you. Bring back the belt here on the Chris Simms Unbuttoned. All right, Angelo?
All right, thanks for having me on, man. This is great.
No, we appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot. Seriously. Well, you'll hear from us again. We're gonna get you involved too. We're gonna make Ahmed a defensive line expert this year on the podcast.
Yep.
So we'll probably need to help you or call you to help him out and hold his hand a little bit through some of this too.
Exactly.
And maybe you can tell him how stupid he is.
Trenches with AD, baby. Trenches with AD.
Trenches. Right. Yes, trenches with AD.
I like that.
All right, we got it. We've already branded it.
All right, big guy. You the man. Thanks so much, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you for having me.
See you, dude. Be good.
Angelo Dawkins, WWE superstar. Woo. I like him way better than The Miz.
We could tell. We could tell. He liked you better than The Miz.
He did. The Miz just came on and wanted to bash me from the get-go.
I like it. Like you said, he's miserable. He's always miserable. That was pretty good.
He was like Dolphins Twitter to you. It's just like no matter what you say, it was like they're going to not like it.
No, I know. You're right. And, man, I mean, he made a good, like, I've done both Orlando and Nashville. Now I think he's underestimating Nashville a little bit.
I hope. I heard that. You know, you said it was so hot there.
It is hot there,
and you were in Tampa, and so
I did training camp in Orlando,
so you knew,
which was just around the corner from hell. Let me just tell you, like I was like, wait, hell's just down the street, but I'll stay here. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's hot as hell there, so he will be conditioned, but I don't think it'll be any different than Nashville.
Yeah.
Nashville, I found my training camps there to be, I don't know what it is. Every bit as humid, at least. Maybe not as searing hot sun, but every bit as humid. So he's going to have to deal with that, that's for sure.
What if he grabs the microphone and he's like, hey, it is hot here in Nashville. Chris Simms was right. And they go, wow, Chris Simms, former Titan quarterback.
Woo!
He's talking to him.
Woo!
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.